It's a calling that's kept us free. It's a place to belong. What's the calling? It's doing a job that makes a difference. Serving your community and your country. It's part-time service where the impact is full-time. What's your calling? Air Force Reserve. It's a calling that's kept us free. It's a place to belong. What's the calling? Being a member of the Air Force Reserve. It's doing a job that makes a difference. Serving your community and your country. It's part-time service where the impact is full-time. And the experience, education, and other benefits you receive can enhance your civilian career and your life. What's your calling? Air Force Reserve.
Hi, I'm Ariel Winter. If you're like me, your pets are family. So when disaster strikes, you want to keep them safe. American Humane has tips to help protect our best friends in their worst times, so please visit AmericanHumane.org.
Reaching the World Entertainment presents The Booth. Check us out every Sunday on WIIT 88.9 FM in Chicago, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Download that free app, tune in, and get the best sounds of the underground with The Booth.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of The Booth 312, broadcast now WIIT 88.9 FM Chicago, theboothradio.com, and Classic House Radio. Hopefully you guys are doing all right today. We have a great show lined up for you today. We have Mz Phat Cat here in the studio. We saw her yesterday at Top of the Park. It was a great event.
It's not Mz Phat Cat. It's Miss Tillee.
Miss Tillee. I'm sorry.
Tillee the DJ.
Miss Tillee the DJ. I apologize. That's how it was on the promo. Why didn't you tell me?
It's been changed.
See what happened? See,
it was changed before.
That's blunder number 2. See? Blunder number 2 today. What the heck's going on today? Sorry about that, Miss Tillee. She was out last night and, at the Top of the Park, and we had a great vibe last night with the music. And too bad you guys weren't there if you weren't. Otherwise, I'll be throwing down today for the resident side, giving you guys another vibe from the resident DJs of the Booth 312. Ron Tinsley, what's going on with you, brother?
Hey, what's going on? It's another Sunday. It's a beautiful day today. It's a beautiful Sunday out there. So we were supposed to have this weather yesterday, but it fooled the weatherman. It was like, nah, we're not going to give you the good weather we're getting today, yesterday. But as Rob mentioned, we had a really good Top of the Park event yesterday. I wish that more people would have been able to make it. We've had some of our Investor 7 had to sit out because of sickness. So to those other members of the Investor 7, wishing you a well and speedy recovery. I'm not going to put their names out there because everybody likes to be private and they don't want everybody to know that what's going on with them. But just know that you're in our hearts and our minds, and we want you guys to get well soon so we can get back in the flow of things. But otherwise, no, it was a good night yesterday. It's turning out to be a great day today. I'm so sorry for the Bear fans out there. We're just gonna have to keep holding our breath and waiting because we're not gonna win tonight. I'm just gonna put out there. If they make me out of a liar, then great. I'll be the first one to come on next week and say, oh, they shocked me. But I'm not sure. I don't think that's gonna happen. But I am proud to have Tillee the DJ here at the studio for today's show. For those that do not know her, you've been sleeping under a rock. But Tillee's been around for a hot, long minute. And, I was blessed to have her on the Red Lab. And I'm going to shut my mouth and introduce you all to Tillee the DJ. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys having me. This is such a wonderful opportunity. So, yeah, I am enjoying this.
Awesome. You should, because this is just like the Red Lab. We have a very warm atmosphere here. We want you to be comfortable, and you're going to be able to tell us about your lineage and get to play some music for us today.
Okay, definitely.
Okay, so Rob, you want to kick it off, or do you want me to roll right into this?
I mean, go ahead, take it. You got Ms. Tillee's attention here, so go right ahead.
Okay, and not leaving out Mr. Phat Cat that's sitting over here in the studio. What's up, brother?
Look at him sitting there with his arms crossed. And
He's like, who you talking to? But so Tillee, can you give us your lineage? What got you into the DJ game? How long have you been DJing? Let's go with that. How long have you been DJing?
Well, I actually started, I want to say between 2013 and 14. And that was because my husband is a DJ. And I didn't realize how much he loved the passion of DJing and everything. And so we, I was like, okay, well, let's get back into it, because he wasn't really doing a lot of it. I was like, let's just get back into it. It'd be something fun. And so we started doing gigs and going around, and I was like a backup for him. So, he was doing the gigs mostly, and I just, backed up when he went to the bathroom and stuff like that.
Stepped in and played a couple of rounds.
Stepped in, played a couple of rounds, a couple of tracks, that was it. And then I started doing steppers, music, and the little old school hip hop things like that, and I just really kind of started feeling it a little bit more and was like, okay, I think I might be able to do this. And then I let him know, well, babe, I really kind of want to go into it more. He said, okay, so now you got to listen to me.
Okay.
and so he taught me, and little did I know that way back in my background, well, I knew my father was a DJ.
Okay.
Because he took me sometimes, and my mother just put him out. He took me with him to go DJ, and little did I know I have a lineage. His uncles from Ohio, all of them were DJs.
Okay.
And they taught him. And my father named my brother DJ, thinking that he was going to take on the DJ, and it ended up being me.
Wow.
which is so weird, now. And I'm like, oh my God, Dad, guess what? I'm a DJ.
And your brother don't even mess with it.
No.
Wow.
He likes music though. He loves
Right.
music, but he doesn't DJ at all.
So it's still in his blood, but he's just not pushing it out.
No, he's not pushing it out like
Okay.
that.
Okay. So how was that transition? You said you went into hip hop.
Yeah, I went in, I
And
was
Steppers.
like I was in Steppers, and that's when we kind of started out with Steppers because we were doing private parties. So it was mixed music, mixed genres of music, hip hop, Steppers, R&B, all of that. And then I started noticing other DJs as well. He was taking me around to introduce me to other DJs, and then I started seeing female DJs as well. I met Lori Branch. I met Alicia. They became good friends of ours. Well, they were good friends of his, which in turn became good friends of mine. We kind of, just kind of got a little sister brotherhood going on as a community of DJs, And so I like that. I like that because it was just really enjoyable to get to know people, and they took me in well, and I really appreciate that. I got to meet quite a few well-known DJs, and it just kind of inspired me to say, okay, well, look, he was like, babe, if you want to do it, go ahead, let's do it, but you got to listen to me. So I said, okay. Even though sometimes it gets to me, but I know that he means well for me.
Right. Right.
So
when you talk about that camaraderie, how do you see the camaraderie with other female DJs? Do you feel that tight-knit feeling as a sisterhood, or do you feel there are some people that are kind of like, look down or
No, I think it's more of a sisterhood.
Okay.
I think it's like, everybody's at a different level, of where they want to be, and where they, I think everybody's at a different level. But the fact that we are sister DJs is a sisterhood. That doesn't stop anything, because you are a fellow sister. You are a fellow DJ, female friend. So it's like, look, you mess with that one, you mess with me, Right. So that's the way, at least that's the way I feel. So I do take that to heart,
Do you feel that in return? That you
Yeah,
get that?
I do. Like when I'm with a GV disco group, throughout the summertime, and Tasha, DJ Juicy, she and E-Dub brought me in to the group, and it's just been a real good camaraderie with her and the rest of the group, and we just really just bonded like brothers and sisters, and that's what I want to keep forward, keep it going, with the other females, the other females, even with Direct, a lot of other female DJs. I know Nikki Divine, and a lot of them, we're all yes, we're all sisters, and that's the way it goes.
Now, let me ask you your thoughts on the house scene as of today. And the reason I bring this up, and I ask this to a lot of different DJs, because I want to get the perspective not only from Chicago, but from around the world. Here in Chicago, particular in the fact of, some are set in their ways with the old school, old scene, and will not allow themselves to come out of that shell to embrace the new sounds that have evolved throughout the years. And what we fail to realize, and we try to explain to a lot of them, is that when you started, whenever you started, it was a new sound to you, and that was something you accepted. Yet there's a new sound because there's an evolution of the sound. You will not accept it because it's a new sound, which is kind of backwards in my beliefs. What is your thought? Do you accept the new songs and the new music coming out in the house scene, or are you predominantly stuck with the old school sound?
No, I like both. As a matter of fact, I like the old school. because you can turn the old school into new school. And I mean, you can tweak it, make it your own, And then I also love the new school because it's new. You want to put it out there, introduce people to it, and see how they love it. I think it's both ways because people love to hear that old school hey hey and all of those other different
It
songs.
depends on where you at.
Yeah,
'Cause
I know.
there's people that would look at you and go,
Yeah, right.
she
exactly.
playing hey hey.
Right, she
You know.
playing hey hey. I don't know why, but but it happens. People like it, and some people don't. But you can't please everybody. You definitely can't please everybody. But what you can do is just try to be different. That's it. You just try to be different, and I think it's an individual choice as a DJ what you decide to read the crowd. You read the crowd and see if you can definitely put what you can put into the music so they will be entertained and feel that hot feeling,
Right.
like they want to get down in the music. I'm loving this music, and that's what you want, that feeling. You want somebody to feel that way as you're playing.
Amen. I mean, and it's just I struggle with when I talk to some of the DJs that just play old school. I'm like, whatever happened to, like you mentioned just a second ago, introducing the crowd to something they never heard before.
Right.
Because that used to be, especially, and I revert back to a conversation that I had with Emmanuel Pippin. And one of the things he said to me was, man, people used to go and DJs couldn't wait to get that fresh off the press track, and nobody has played, so they could say they were the first one to break that track. They were the first one that played this track at the warehouse or at this place or at that place.
Right.
And it doesn't seem like today's DJs feel that way. It's like, I'll play this, but if a certain higher echelon DJ plays it first, then it's okay. Everybody can play it. If it's not played by that higher echelon, then I'm just gonna play what the crowd knows. And I've seen that mainly on the South Side than anywhere else in the world because I've played all over the place, and other places are still into the same mindset that I was just speaking about, breaking new music. So that's what I love about when you play. Like you said, you'll do a combination of both. You'll bring old school in and put that old school flavor in, and then play some new stuff. So
yeah, and I got that from my husband, DJ Phat Cat, because he was saying, listen, you got to put something out there new so people will remember. Hey, she played that hit. That's nice. And they'll remember you for that as well. So you got to think about what would you do to make somebody say, hey, I remember Tillee the DJ. She played such and such. Or I remember Ron. I remember DJ Phat Cat. I remember everybody, any DJ.
Yeah, we remember Ron. Ron's the tech house DJ.
Right. So I mean, you just have to know what you want to put out there.
just the tech house. We don't play nothing else.
Right, yeah. Some people get labeled. I mean, that's what it is. People get labeled under a certain genre,
Yeah.
a certain circumstance. I loved it when Phat Cat came in here. It was one of the first things he said that he told his wife, you make yourself. You do you make yourself. And that's exactly the way it should be. Mm-hmm. Be you, and everything else comes around that. Don't try to be someone or something you're not.
Exactly.
That's one of the worst things ever. And that was a great statement that he made about, that what he told her about being herself, and making her own persona of who she is and whatnot. And, and we love it. We love what you're doing. And we're so happy that you've taken his advice because you're definitely rolling with it. No?
Yes, definitely.
First time? First time ever? Okay. It was the first time for everything. So, all right. So let me ask you this. What did we expect to hear from you today when you throw it down for us?
Well, I'm going to do my best to put a little something in there, new and old, as much as I can. So we're going to work it out. So I can
Now, with that, what genres outside of the classics do you like to play the most?
outside of the classics.
So when you do break some new tracks, are you?
You talking about like outside of house music?
So
or-
no, in
within
the
the
house
realm of
music,
house
like,
music, but-
do you more so like break in soulful house or deep house or jacking house? I mean, what are some of your...
I think I like to play deep, and I like to play. Sometimes I like to play disco and soulful as well. And I like to play that rough music, where they're just ready to get their exercise in, because I like to dance. I started out in the house community as a dancer, and back in high school I went to Academy of Our Lady, and our brother school was Mendel, of course, and I went to go to the Mendel parties and things like that. And then we had our school parties as well. So, I mean, I just enjoyed just jumping all over the dance floor. So, because I was a dancer, that's how I started out.
Exactly. And to me, again, I'm not knocking those DJs. Rob was not one of those DJs that started as a on the dance floor, but. But I think that, in my opinion, that the DJs that started off on the dance floor really can relate more.
Yeah.
Because you were in the center of the dance floor, feeling the heat, feeling that music.
Yeah.
And then you could take that feeling of what moved you on the dance floor and put it behind the decks.
Yeah.
Hey, I may not have been a B-boy, but I still felt the beat, and that definitely got right through to my soul. So I still feel it too, man.
I didn't say you didn't. I mean, it's a different feel when you're on the dance floor and then you take that dance floor mindset behind the decks.
Right.
Because you knew there were times where DJs would play stuff and you're like, but then they played something else and you're like, okay, here we go.
Right.
So that flavor that you have to have, So, and I noticed that because she was at the Red Lab, and I had seen her. I've seen videos of her. I've seen her play live other places. But when she talks about being a dancer, she was at the Red Lab. She was getting it in.
Yeah.
I'm talking with her husband. I look over, and she's back there just
Getting it in, dancing.
and she wasn't wearing a hat.
No, I wasn't wearing a hat
But
yet.
she was that flavor. The hat just caps it off. You just put the hat on and it went bing,
Yeah.
Tillee, So that's what was missing. But she was already grooving with the Zorro. So we're gonna have her on the ones and twos in a few minutes to throw it down. Have you thought about producing, or you and the husband producing together?
My husband has produced quite a few tracks, but he has not put them out yet. I have been on him for a long time. I'm telling you, it's about 2 or 3 albums of music, but.
And why are you telling the business?
I know. He's mad at me because I'm telling the business, but I even kind of was like, honey, I want to do a little bit, But he's like, oh, okay. But we're gonna work on it. He's working on it,
Okay, so something.
It's something in the works, I believe.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well, Ryan, why don't you go ahead and take us into it?
When you come out with that track, you know where it's going to be played at.
Right here. Okay.
Because we feature Chicago's own.
All right.
We feature if it's from a Chicago label, so it's definitely going to get played. So those 2 factors you already got.
We got it.
So we just get it from a Chicago label, and even if it's not, we're going to still play it.
There we go.
Chicago's own.
We'll do it. We'll do it. Give it to Rob.
Get it to Rob, right.
Get it to Rob.
Thank
Get it
you,
to
I appreciate
RTW.
Ryan, why don't you do us a favor and take us into commercial, man?
All right. Well, we are going to go to a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to have Tillee, the DJ, on the ones and twos for the set. So stay tuned for the best sounds from the underground, the booth.
What a fine day to play 9 holes.
Oh, tap the brakes, pal. Your head says yes. Your bad hip says not so fast.
Come on, a little exercise, some fresh air.
Your hip needs fresh air? Really? Dude, what your hip needs is a fresh hip.
Is your body holding you back?
Let's see. I think I'll fix some spaghetti tonight.
Now, how you gonna open that jar when your wrist is too sore to turn a doorknob?
Ouch! Why are these lids always screwed on so tight?
Put down the jar, pick up the phone, and call for a pizza.
Your bones and joints can say no at any age, keeping you from doing the things you always used to do. Yet a lot of people in pain decide to fight for their mobility and regain their lives. To read their stories and find your own inspiration, visit anationinmotion.org, a public service message from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons.
The odds of a young girl being discovered by an industry insider while singing to herself pumping gas? 1 in 300 million. The odds of the daughter of a clergyman from Severn, Maryland spending 11 weeks at number 1 on the U.S. singles charts? 1 in 19 million. The odds of going on to win 6 Grammy Awards? 1 in 1.4 million. The odds of selling over 40 million records? 1 in 800,000. And the odds of this musician and performer having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 150. I'm Toni Braxton, and I encourage you to learn the signs of autism at autismspeaks.org. Early diagnosis can make a lifetime of difference. Autism Speaks. It's time to listen.
Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
All of us want to make a difference. As veterans, we committed to protect our country. We served and sacrificed for the things that mattered most. Those experiences shaped our lives, even if it isn't always obvious to those around us. And now that we've served, our commitments have taken on a new meaning. We're husbands, wives, parents, friends, and neighbors, but sometimes we still feel alone. We forget that our biggest challenge can be to ask for support when we need it. The Veterans Crisis Line is here for all veterans, service members, and their loved ones. Dial 1-800-273-8255 and press 1. Chat online at veteranscrisisline.net or text 838-255. It matters.
A promise was made. A promise that hit the beaches of Normandy. A covenant that split the skies over Berlin. A vow that captured Iwo Jima. A promise was made. A solemn oath that liberated Seoul. A sacred trust that defended Quezon. A pact that dug in Da Nang. A contract that weathered Tet. A promise was made. A pledge that stormed the desert in Iraq. A bond that patrolled door to door in Fallujah. an IOU that braved IEDs in Kandahar. A promise was made to America's veterans, a promise we all must keep. DAV fights for all veterans and their families so they get the health care, financial benefits, and support they earned. If you're a veteran who needs help or you'd like to help us keep the promise, visit DAV.org.
Hello, I'm Ann Geddes. Every 2 seconds, somewhere in the world, a baby is born too soon. Did you know that premature birth is the leading cause of newborn deaths, not just in the US, but around the world? With each week these precious babies stay and thrive in the womb, the risk of disabilities is significantly reduced. It's not too late to make a difference. Premature birth can be prevented, and new lives can be saved. The March of Dimes has created a network of prematurity research centres developing new treatments that will assist in making a difference. The March of Dimes continues to work with parents, the medical community and governments to bring improved prenatal care to mothers and their babies. Give every newborn the chance to be born healthy. Join with me and the March of Dimes. Take the first step. Visit marchofdimes.org.
Your home is a big investment, and protecting that investment is a big responsibility. If you live in a condominium or homeowners association, you need to think about how your community association is managed. Is your board knowledgeable? Is your manager trained and certified? Is your investment safe? CAI, Community Associations Institute, has the tools you need to protect your home and community. CAI is a nonprofit organization with resources you need to answer these questions and others you might have about community association management. Everything you need to build a great community. CAI has resources for your association board, professional training for community managers, and free helpful information for homeowners. Learn more at responsiblecommunities.com. What your association does can influence the value of your home and your quality of life. CAI at responsiblecommunities.com.
Tune in and get the best sounds of the underground with the boot.
Africa, African woman, you woman, 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 African woman, you woman, woman, woman.
Have you seen this woman? She's a miracle. She's an essence so defined, no box can hold that. Hey, have you seen this woman, yo? She is solid gold. She's the daughter of the sun, no sky can touch that. Hey,
Mwanamke kaumbika, sifa na shangwe kafikika, kwenye madola kamilika, baraka mama Afrika. Mwanamke kaumbika, sifa na shangwe kasikika, kwenye madola kamilika, baraka mama Afrika. African woman, you woman, 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 African woman, you woman, woman. African woman, yo. She's golden. She's golden. She's golden. She's golden. She's golden. African woman, yo. She's golden. 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 She's Touch my body, make it funky. Got a feeling like I wanna fly, 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 touch my body, make it funky. Got a feeling like I wanna fly. Will you love me tonight? Dance, baby, don't say maybe. Don't you really wanna fly with me? Will you get high with me tonight? Touch my body, make it funky. Will you love me tonight? Dance, baby, don't say maybe. Don't you really wanna fly with me? Will you get high with me tonight? Keep on dancing to the funky music. Keep on dancing, dance with me tonight. You keep me dancing, dancing and romancing. Will you dance with me tonight? Funky music, move your body, keep me dancing. Touch my body, make it funky. Got a feeling like I wanna fly, 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 touch my body, make it funky. Got a feeling like I wanna fly. Will you love me? Will you dance with me tonight? Keep on dancing to the funky music. Keep on dancing.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your DJ. You're a DJ.
Give it to me right now.
Paying for insurance may not be on your favorites list, but paying more to cover the cost of insurance fraud only adds to the frustration. Some people cheat their insurance companies a little, exaggerating a claim or adding to the items that were supposedly stolen when the car was broken into. But some people make a living out of cheating insurance companies. For example, they stage auto accidents and claim injuries that never happened. They file phony workers' compensation claims to collect unearned wages and payments for medical bills. Or contractors intentionally do shoddy repair work after a storm or no repairs at all, as long as they get paid up front. Most doctors, lawyers, and contractors are honest, but the dishonest ones look at insurance companies as easy targets and rip them off to the tune of billions of dollars every year. And guess who pays for their crimes? You do. Help us make them pay. Each year, we help law enforcement put hundreds of insurance fraudsters out of business. If you know something about insurance fraud, call us at 1-800-TEL-NICB. A public service message from the National Insurance Crime Bureau.
NLS Bard gives patrons the freedom to read their way.
Bard is this beautiful web-based program for searching for books and for the ability to download them.
For more information, call 1-888-NLS-READ.
Reaching the World Entertainment presents The Booth. Check us out every Sunday on WIIT 88.9 FM in Chicago, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Download that free app, tune in, and get the best sounds of the underground with The Booth.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Booth 312, broadcast now WIT 88.9 FM in Chicago, theboothradio.com, and Classic House Radio. Hopefully you guys doing well today. It's a beautiful day here in Chicago. I don't think we're going to see many more of these coming up. We're still rooting for the Bears, even though we know that it's not really inevitable that we're going to see them win. But, I mean, we still, try to stay strong and keep the hope alive.
Especially they're playing against the Pack. So, yeah, it'd be nice to get
Do I smell cheese?
It'd be nice to get a fly to land on a horse's once in a while. But, I don't think it's going to happen tonight. I keep faith and hope alive. But reality is no. So we'll just stick with no. So, awesome set.
Thank you.
Tillee The DJ was just on. If you missed it, you're gonna have to go back and replay after the show is over. Very good set. And I mentioned to Mr. Phat Cat. Oh, hold on. I mentioned to Mr. Phat Cat during your set that you played some progressive house in there. It was and that was awesome.
Yeah,
that was awesome. And I was just like,
But it goes to show she stuck to her word that she plays a variety.
Stuff.
Yeah.
And that's why I said, like, for those that don't know the difference between progressive house and Afro house, there's a very thin line because there's a lot of Afro house producers that are going into progressive house. It may be too, quote unquote, techie conscientious of a Afro house groove, but it's got Afro house beats.
Yeah.
So the record distributors like Traxsource created a progressive house genre, and progressive house used to be a breakoff of trance. A lot of your electronica went from trance to electronica to progressive house, and a lot of that stuff that has that Afro rhythmatic sound, that was the word I was looking for. Rhythmatic, it was stuck. That Afro rhythmatic sound, but had a techie vibe, went into progressive. So as soon as you played that track, I was like, that's progressive house right there. And Mr. Phat Cat was like, and? I was like, I wasn't saying that it was a bad thing. I was like, but this is progressive house he's playing.
Right.
I know. I was like, okay. So I love the fact this is what we were just talking about, breaking new sounds, introducing people to new genres and not just sticking with one or two genres. I love that. So thank you for bringing that. Your set was amazing, as usual. And then you all saw her up there dancing. So
Definitely.
we got 100% across the board.
Yay.
You know. So how do you feel after you set?
I felt pretty good. I wanted to make sure I put a little bit of everything in there as much as I could. And then at the end, I didn't quite get what my husband's, he had a new track, and I just wanted to put it in there a little bit, but I got a little bit in there. But yeah, it's a good track. You guys got to hear it. I'm gonna play it fully one day, and you guys can hear it completely. But you just got a taste of it.
I'm looking at Mr. Phat Cat's face. He's sitting there
love it.
I didn't give you permission to play that.
Right.
You might get a letter in the mail from your husband talking about I'm gonna sue you for copyright
infringement.
He's like, I'm thinking about it now. Okay, so you definitely. What's the name of that track? When you do release it, what's the name of it?
I was just telling Rob that what inspired me was his dancer named Sugar Dawn. She has this Japanese fan.
Okay.
That she popped to every track.
Oh.
Played.
Right.
And to some people it's annoying, but to me, I said I have to do something with that.
Yeah.
So what was the name of it again?
I'm giving a name to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a sugar pop.
It's a sugar pop.
There you go.
I mean, the reason why I said it because the viewers couldn't hear what you were saying, so I was just trying to. It was a nice.
So it was like he said, it was a dancer that had a fan, and it was a pop of that fan all the time.
Right.
And it just inspired him to do that type of do that beat with that fan, and he just went with it. And so that's
Sugar Pop. Be waiting for that to drop. Sugar Pop. Be waiting for that to drop.
Name right
Rob
here.
named
right here on the booth.
I have a new one coming out too that you inspired me.
Oh, I inspired you?
He gets inspired on a lot of things. You'd be surprised.
Even though they call you Black Thor, but the one that I'm working on is called Thunder.
Okay. Black Thunder. How about
there
that?
you go, Black Thunder.
I won't ask for no money. I just asked if I could put my face on the with the title.
On the picture.
That I'm working on right now is called Thunder.
Okay.
And it was inspired by you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, please, when both of these, when Snap comes out and Thunder comes out, please let us know.
Well, first, Snap's coming out, then he's got to do Crack on Pop. But then,
but when they get dropped, definitely, let us know so we can play it here on the station, as well as I'll promote it on the Red Lab. I mean, and I've done it for some local artists. I've had David Britton showcased as a guest, and I showcased one of his tracks, one of his Jack and House tracks. So I don't have a problem with doing it. I don't.
I was telling my wife here when you guys had Ron Carroll on here, I had that female that was singing.
Hey, Ron, why don't you slide him a mic?
No,
We got an extra mic there.
There you go.
Just an input. I remember a few years ago, y'all had Ron Carroll on here. And I think it was back in 2019. He had brought a female artist with him here. And you guys was playing the track. And I told my wife, somebody heard her on the booth and sent for her in New York. And then I told my wife, this track that y'all play that you hear, that's her. You never know who is listening on the booth that'll come and snatch you up.
Absolutely. Well, that's like I was really surprised one day. Demi Lovato sent me a message talking about how great the show was, and she loves it and keep it going. And I have had another producer. I can't name his name right now, but he hit me up and said he loved what we're doing, and he just happened to be driving through Chicago and kept going through the music, and he came across the station, and he just heard it. He loved it, loved the vibe, listened to it as long as he could on the FM dial until it faded out. But he absolutely loved what we did and what we're doing, and that's a great thing. You're absolutely right. We don't know unless they tell us. We don't know who's listening in all the time. But we appreciate everyone. I don't care what status they may hold or, what level they're at. We appreciate each and every one of our viewers and listeners. And we are so happy to share what we can to them, with the sound, with the education of the scene, everything around. And we always try to push and promote the unity aspect and the positive side of the house music,
culture, community.
Yeah. So.
And so whatever that we can do through my listeners and followers through Phat Cat Entertainment, and now she has a following page too.
Yeah, it's just Tillee. It's Tillee on my Facebook page.
To promote and everything, we're gonna do that. And we're gonna do that, and then when I start moving around, I'm gonna come get the booth T-shirt. 312 T-shirt.
Okay.
And we're gonna move. They're gonna say, "Where's that?" We were on the booth. We did. We saw. We conquered, and now we gone.
Okay.
So,
Well, hopefully you continue to support. You came, you played, you conquered, and you didn't. You're not gone. You just left for the time being.
For the time being.
And then continue to support and push as we do you.
We will. We will. That's our
Definitely.
word.
I'm excited.
I got you recording. I'm gonna hold you to that, Phat Cat.
There you go.
I gotta hold it because Ron got to come and set up all my stuff when we move into the new house.
Oh, okay. That's the second time somebody has said that I was going to come and do that. I was like, oh, okay.
Mine was going to be the blue lab.
The blue lab.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not the red lab, the blue lab.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm gonna have my own booth.
You so silly.
Oh, he's going to have his own booth.
Oh my goodness.
But
773.
708.
708. Right.
Yeah. So,
okay.
Thank you.
I mean, Rob is expanding the booth. It was more so with the thought of out of state, but we might have to take some.
No, because we can expand it in the south suburbs where we're at.
Okay.
Where reach more listeners and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We're already reaching people in the suburbs.
Yeah, you reached us.
I got you.
Yeah, you did. You reached us.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's
awesome.
Each person that's come to the booth has been touched. Not in a bad
by
way.
Ron.
Got jokes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Touched by the booth. How about that?
The booth.
Touched by the booth.
There you go.
As
Ron was stating, yes, we are expanding the Booth Radio, and pretty soon you'll be hearing us in Atlanta. We will have a Atlanta branch coming up soon, and also we'll be in Texas, Austin, Texas.
That's awesome.
One correction. Her name is Tillee.
Tillee.
Yeah.
The DJ.
Tillee the DJ.
Not
Tillee.
That's a
I was pronouncing it as Tillee.
Right, like
Tillee.
color.
Yeah, it's not as bad as me. It's Mz Phat Cat. I mean, come on now.
They corrected me too. No, they corrected me too.
Let me set the whole thing straight, okay?
There you go.
I am always Mz Phat Cat. That's my husband.
Amen.
Okay? I'm going to always be Mz Phat Cat. But I'm also Tillee the DJ.
On her.
Yes, you are.
On my own.
You proved that today. Yes, you are.
So that's the way it is.
So she has no offense to being called Mz Phat Cat.
Now wait until she starts producing. That name's going to change again.
Tillee the DJ to Tillee. Period.
Well, it
Drop
is.
the mic.
It is on my page. It's on my. I have an actual page, and it just says Tillee, and it doesn't have the DJ, but it has a logo with Tillee the DJ on there. as well.
Okay.
So,
It's just like we all say DJ Alicia, but it's Alicia.
yeah.
Yeah.
See,
I got
and
it
that's
right.
You got it
I got
right.
it right. We
You
were on
got
a
it.
group chat,
You
and she
asked-
said, "See, Ron, you have not said it right." And I'm like, "I'm pretty proper with your name, but it was the Latinos that were saying Alicia," and she was like, "That's how it's supposed to be pronounced, Alicia, not
That is
Alicia."
absolutely true.
So the black folk pronunciation is DJ Alicia.
Right.
Ebonics.
Ebonic wise. But when the Latinos said, the Latinas Alicia.
Yeah.
So DJ Alicia.
I'm
There you
sorry, I
go.
got to correct you again. It's not Latinas no more. It's Latinx.
Now the old school folks are still Latinas.
Yeah, right.
Latino.
They still Latinas.
Old school still will not accept that that X
There you
part.
go.
So yeah,
X-Men.
They don't
but
accept
not
that.
Right.
the X part. We like the X-Men, but we ain't no X.
but like you ain't
Right.
Xing us out.
Right.
I just don't understand that X.
Yeah. So.
That's some
I'm
weird
Dominican,
stuff.
so
You're what?
Dominican.
Oh, really?
Yes, Puerto Rican and Dominican.
Oh, Dominicano.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm messed up too.
Okay.
Yes.
My daughter's half Dominicana.
Yes,
Dominicana.
Don't talk to me because I'll have flashbacks.
Would love to go to Punta Cana though. Would love to go down there, especially right now.
Yeah, I
That's where my
would
family
too.
from.
Let's do a rooftop party in Punta Cana.
Oh,
Oh no.
that would be awesome.
Then I have to call my crazy cousin.
That's okay. Then we all drink,
Yeah.
Right.
and we'll have that salty caramel that I had.
Oh
at the
yeah,
rooftop.
that's awesome.
Let me ask. Let me ask you guys. So we're getting a lot of reports that a lot of DJs are backing out now with the new variant out there. You know, we keep getting new variants out there of this COVID and everything, and I'm noticing a lot more DJs are backing out because of this, whether it be fear or whatnot.
Sickness.
I mean, yeah, but a lot of people or a lot of DJs are saying they're not attending no more. They're not going to be going here, there. You know, what's your thoughts on that? You going to be attending events and?
Well, I've
parties,
been attending events, and I've got my booster shot. So my husband and I both got my booster shot. He's got his, I got mine. So
Got mine
I
too.
am. I feel like I feel like I'm protected, and I'm just and I thank God that I'm still keep moving, and I'm just gonna do that. Like my sister said, KIM, keep it moving.
There you go.
Keep it moving. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Keep it moving.
Great idea.
Well, one of the things that I talk to a lot of associate DJs, and one of the biggest fear is a lot of these, as my stepson say, drill music, these drill parties. That's that young people stuff. It's not trap music no more. And according to the media, a lot of young people are getting infected with this thing. And so, and there's a lot of violence in there. And so, one of the things is a lot of DJs in our community don't want to go where there's no violence at, or mishaps or abnormalities. Me and my wife, if we get invited to a party, there are certain limits and certain lines we don't cross, certain entities we don't do. But not just what you said about it, they backing out of a lot of these gigs. A lot of them are moving out of Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're relocating.
Doing that.
Oh yeah.
They want to feel safe.
Well, Chicago's just if
For
hate to
real.
diss our city, but when you watch the news, especially this past week, you had last weekend a bunch of teenagers mobbing Maggie Daley Park and then being up a CTA drive.
And that's ridiculous.
Shooting another girl in the park, a 13-year-old. Why? I mean, now the smash and grab stuff. We're going in groups of 15, smashing and grabbing stuff out of the stores. So to go back to reconvent what Rob was asking, my view is I can understand why, because some people out of fear, they look, you lose this DJ, you lose that DJ. DJs are still people. When people are dying, it makes you think. It made me think.
Right.
I'll admit right here on the radio, I was a naysayer towards the vaccine when it first came out. Why? Because cancer has been around on this planet for a long time.
Decades.
And we got doctors and millions of dollars invested in cancer research, and we don't have a cure for cancer. There's not a cure for HIV. And so for those that are going to be sitting there listening and say, yep, I agree with you. But see, here's the point. There's money in that. There's money to be made in that. this thing was not naturally created by Mother Nature. This was a man-made virus. If you don't believe that, then you need to read. With a man-made, anything man-made, to get it under control, there's antiviruses or whatever you want to call it. I was not pro vaccination until, well after my father died, and I was like, oh man. And then I thought about it. I don't want to get my mom sick for me. That would not rest on my conscience. If I was the reason that my mom had her untimely demise because of me, then I wouldn't be able to live with my life.
Exactly.
Then number two, my ex-wife basically said to me, you want to have your daughter come for the summer? You need to be vaccinated. When it comes to my kid, I'm not even gonna hesitate. Okay, I was already saying, nope, I ain't doing it. I ain't getting it. I want to wait. I want to see how this goes, because I was one of the people that thought too, after watching World War Z, people gonna start turning into zombies running around the street.
We already had that though.
People.
That's the thing though.
Yeah.
We already had that. The FDA already has a release. If you look at their page, they still have it out what to do in a zombie apocalypse era. Now, this is the FDA. This is who we're supposed to be following for any kind of diseases and this and that. I don't think they're joking about it. So the fact that they actually have it on their website as to what to do, there's an actual serious, dilemma, or there actually has been reports of it already. Wow. So go look it up if you think I'm lying about it. Anyways, I got my views on it too. I still haven't gotten mine vaccination. I won't. If I have the vaccination, I still can get the virus. I still can get sick. It's not going to stop it. And I've known people who've died and actually got very ill with the virus after having the shot. So it's your preference, But then again, you got to understand that everybody, each and every one of us are different. Our bodies handle everything differently. So, to each his own on that.
I just think to summarize, I think getting it, not against what you're saying, I think getting it protects everybody. It protects the people from the ones that may not be able to get it. There are some people that they reported on the news that cannot get the vaccine because it's a very low percentile that because of a health condition, they can't get the vaccine because of what's in the vaccine could do harm to them. And you know what? That's fine. But if everybody is vaccinated, then those 0.001% people out there are protected as well, because you're not going to your body's going to fight it off and not hopefully carry it to give it to someone else. It's going to stop the spread. So it depends on how you want to look at it. It's just the math, and it's just respect to one another at the end of the day. It's just like our house music community. We want to respect one another, come together, support one another. A lot of people don't. A lot of people do not support. A lot of people do not want to network with others. And that's fine. That's your choice. That's one God-given thing that we were given as man, is to have the right to choose. And it wasn't a law that put that in. That was just what it was embedded by us as human beings. We have the right to choose. So you could choose not to support. You could choose not to get vaccinated. But at the end of the day, it's let's support one another.
Absolutely. I agree.
We got vaccinated and boosted out because we got a bunch of underlying conditions. And we can walk out our front door and be met by some crazy demise or something like that. But
the way it's in Chicago, that could happen right outside the door.
Exactly.
Anytime.
But I heard a quote this morning, and you can learn anything from a dummy.
Yes.
And it's the so-called dummy said this: every day that I wake up, I take a chance from my choices. And every day that I lay down, I take a choice from my chances.
Mm-hmm. That's a good quote.
Nietzsche. So, Nietzsche. That was spoken from Nietzsche.
You heard it before.
I've heard that before.
Yeah.
That's a Nietzscheism. It's not created by Nietzsche, but it's a Nietzscheism.
Yes, and I like that.
Because at the end of the day, your choice creates your present and your tomorrow.
Yes.
That's where it stems from. So the things that we need to do are be leaders and lead by example to our children and our peers. Because you see the crime that's rampant out there right now, the carjackings and all that. Where are the parents? I'm sorry, and I'm not getting on a rampage, Rob, so I'm just going to say this last point, and I'm going to shut up, and we're going to get into your mix. But Mr. Rittenhouse was found not guilty, but I think the parents should have been put on trial as well, because that's a minor that went across state lines in an area that was a curfewed, nobody on the street type of deal because of the unrest. He went up there to, quote unquote, protect businesses. He didn't have any relatives up there. Why not protect the businesses here? Are you going to see him down on Michigan Avenue protecting businesses like the Bentley dealership that just got broken into, smash and grab? I don't see Kyle down here protecting.
Or the coyotes.
Right.
You know?
So you shoot 3 individuals, you kill 2, you maim another, and fine, the court found you not guilty. But I think your mom and dad should have been on trial as well, because you're not old enough to brandish a weapon, but you had one. And then you shoot someone, you go back over state lines, that's a federal offense. Look it up, it's law. So RTW, what are you playing today? No clue.
I got no clue.
How are you feeling about that Rittenhouse thing?
You know, honestly, I didn't follow it much, so I really can't comment on it because I don't know. I don't know.
Somebody's listening, because the kid in Detroit who went to the high school and shot up those folks and killed 6 people. His parents, they just bought him that Glock a week before. They bought him the gun. His father bought the gun and the ammo the week before at a gun show. Why is his father and mother on trial and Kyle Rittenhouse parents were? You know.
Yeah, that's weird.
So, I mean, no one should be.
See, I didn't even hear about that. I know. I don't watch the news anymore. I haven't watched the news in years.
Well, we just got hit with some snow from the West Coast to the East Coast. And it happened like that they said in close to like 50-something years.
We never had 60 degrees in over 50-some years
in Chicago.
December.
And it should have happened on my birthday. They said it was supposed to be 50 degrees, 57 degrees yesterday. And I went to the roller doors to open it up for RTW. And I'm like, this weatherman should get smacked in the face. That's why I would never be a weatherman, because people do go after the weatherman. They do go after the weatherman.
Well, I was told as I was growing up about the weather. My grandmother always told me, she said, listen, the man predict the weather, but God brings it. So that's what she said. You know, you never know. You don't know what even though you can predict it, you never know when God can turn it around, and that's it.
Well, they couldn't stop the F4 or F3 tornado that went through down in Kentucky. Oh, yeah. There was no warning. You know, it just happened. And that's, you know, for those folks that live in the southern suburbs or the northern suburbs, those way away from the city, it should be something that is a wake-up call. If you never thought about it, you can have a tornado at night.
Well, they say they gave Edwardsville a lot of warning.
One area. But the other area that got hit, I mean, this tornado created history. It went 200 miles.
It stayed there for about an hour.
Right.
And to the building of, some people were warned, the candle shop people.
No, they verified that today. That area they weren't, because they were still working at that time.
Yeah. Oh.
They had no. That's why they were all in the building.
But the Amazon building.
The Amazon people got the warning.
They got the warning, and
I'm really, really saddened by the things that have the tornado, and that happened with Amazon. It really, tears, a little piece of your heart out, because those families, people, just. They lost their family members and things of that nature. Of course, I mean, even all throughout this year, last year, You know, we've lost a lot of people in our lives, and it's just really hard as much lost as a human race, period. Doesn't matter who you are, what you are, what color, what race you are. You lost family, and people lost a lot. And it's just really hurtful, and it tears at your heart. So I really push to pray and make sure, you know, we can at least try to keep our sanity and cover ourselves, you know, and like Rob was saying when he said you keep you know, when you don't want to back out of an event or anything like that. The reason why I don't back out of an event, or like if I get a little sick, I may you know, do what I can to get myself together and say, hey, I already made this promise I was going to do this event. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do what I got to do. But I don't get to a point where, hey, I'm going to pick and choose this, that, and the other. Right. You know, I get to a point where I'm just like, hey, I'm going to cover myself and cover those who are around us.
Amen. Okay, so with that, we're going to take a commercial break. We're going to come back to RTW playing
house music. I don't know.
The Who's Who mix.
You're going to play house music.
I got no clue what I'm
He
playing.
threw down yesterday for those who missed the Top of the Park, and it is able to be viewed on our YouTube channel, correct? Your set was on?
No, we were having issues with the internet. Okay. So it's recorded as it wasn't put up there because of the internet issues.
Are we going to launch that, though?
We're going to try to,
the video? Okay. Well, when you do tune in, you will see, I mean, when you watch the video from Top of the Park, you will see RTW threw down yesterday. Every DJ that was able to make it threw down. We had some that, because of health issues, could not be there. And we wish them, those two individuals, a speedy recovery. That is part of the reason what Rob was bringing up, that those two individuals said they're going to just take a step back for the whole month of December. And I think in that kind of reference, I think that's a great thing to do because it gets yourself you get your woosah back, get your health together, regroup, start anew in 2022. Got a new year right at our doorstep. Right around the corner. It's amazing. So, you know, we wish them a speedy recovery, and we look forward to having them back again. And on that note, I will shut my mouth. We're going to get into some more music for a little while, and then we'll be coming back with RTW on the ones and twos right here at the booth 312, 88.9 FM, Chicago.
Estefan, host of Univision's Sal y Pimienta. Cancer treatment can steal your beauty, confidence, and self-esteem. It causes changes in your skin and your hair. But Look Good, Feel Better can help. Visit lookgoodfeelbetter.org to find a workshop in your area. Let us help you feel like you again.
Hi, I'm Vivica Fox. Every year, millions of animals lose their homes and end up in shelters. Learn how to help animals in need of rescue and adoption at AmericanHumane.org and be a hero to our best friends in their worst times.
Reaching the World Entertainment presents The Booth. Check us out every Sunday on WIIT 88.9 FM in Chicago, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Download that free app, tune in, and get the best sounds of the underground with The Booth.
on, it goes on, and when I'm on the floor and they ask for more, best believe I'm sure to bring it. From the break the dawn to the early morn, on, it goes on, and when I'm on the floor and they ask for more, best believe I'm sure to bring it. From the break the dawn to the early morn, on, it goes on, and when I'm on the floor, I'm gonna shake it. And when they ask for more, I'm gonna bring it. When I'm on the floor, I'm gonna shake it. And when they ask for more, I'm gonna bring it. When I'm on the floor, I'm gonna shake it. And when they ask for more, I'm gonna bring it. When I'm on the floor, I'm gonna shake it. And when they ask for more, I'm gonna bring it. Bring it, bring it, bring it, bring it, bring it, shake it, shake it, bring it, bring it, bring it, shake it, bring it, shake it, shake it, bring it, shake it, bring it. Tell me what you need, I got the heat, I got the heat, I got it. Tell me what you need, I got the heat, I got the heat, I got it. Tell me what you need, I got the heat, I got the heat, I got it. Tell me what you need, I got the heat, I got the heat, I got it. Tell me what you need, I got the heat, I got the heat, I got it. Tell me what you need, I got the heat, I got the heat, I got it.
guilty. And at the count of three, I pull back my duvet and make my way to the refrigerator. One dry potato inside, no knife, not even bread. Jam when the light above my head went bang. I can't sleep, something's all over me. We see insomnia, please release me and let me dream about making mad love on the heat, tearing off tights with my teeth. There's no relief, I'm wide awake and in my kitchen. It's black and I'm lonely. Oh, if I could only get some sleep. Creaky noises make my skin creep. I need to get some sleep. I can't get no sleep. I can't get no sleep.
formatted. Formatted. Formatted.
see the crystal raindrops fall. And the beauty of it all is when the sun comes shining through to make those rainbows in my mind. When I think of you sometime, I want to spend some time with you.
When you are ready, I will surrender. Take me and do as you will. Have what you want, your way's always the best way. I have succumbed to this passive sensation, peacefully falling away. I am the zombie, your wish will command me. Laugh as I fall to my knees. Bring it back, sing it back. Bring it back, sing it back to me. Bring it back, sing it back. Bring it back, sing it back to me.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. I know I'm not on the camera, but I'm just going to talk a little bit before we end the show. I want to thank DJ Tillee The DJ and Mr. Phat Cat for being our guest today. And Rob RTW is throwing down on the ones and twos. Awesome set, my brother. Thank you all for tuning in. You can catch RTW this Friday on the Red Lab. Friday from 10 p.m. to midnight this Friday coming up. So if you like this set that he played today, I'm quite sure you're gonna hear something similar. I'm gonna see if he could do something special. You know, like he always freelances. I want to see if he could come together with a set and throw down for y'all on Friday night. I'm quite sure he is. But thank you all for tuning in. Let's have a wonderful week. We're gonna roll into. We only got a couple of weeks till Christmas and about 3.5 weeks to New Year's to get out of 2021 and bring in, hopefully, a better year, 2022, the Deuce coming up. So I'm going to shut my mouth. And again, please have a safe and God bless week. Love and respect one another. And we'll see you right back here next Sunday, live from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, the Booth 312, 88.9 FM. Y'all have a blessed week. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Are you at risk for oral cancer?
I never chew tobacco.
I don't drink much.
Never smoked a cigarette in my life.
You're 3 times as likely to get oral cancer if you drink or use tobacco. What about HPV?
HPV. Isn't that about cervical cancer?
What does that have to do with oral cancer?
You're 30 times more likely to get oral cancer if you have HPV or the human papillomavirus.
HPV? Didn't know that.
Learn more about HPV and oral cancer at myoms.org. This message is brought to you by your oral and facial surgeons.
It's hard to keep track of all the health information that comes your way, but you still want to make the right decisions. Here's an easy one. Get tested for hepatitis C. It's a leading cause of liver cancer and often has no symptoms. People born from 1945 to 1965 are 5 times more likely to have hepatitis C. The good news is that now it can be cured. Talk with your doctor about getting a blood test for hepatitis C. Know for sure. A message from the CDC.